Good morning, my people. I ain't with it this morning. I slept I went to bed at like 9, probably before 9, and slept. I didn't even get up when my alarm went off. I just got up a little while ago. But I got stuff I gotta do. February 13th, opening up to understanding. As with so much else that happens in NA, the free exchange of experience and ideas in an atmosphere of support and mutual respect leads to growth and understanding, guiding principles, introduction, group inventory, and service workshops. It's like I had blinders on, dark sunglasses, and earplugs, too. Oh, and tape over my mouth, a member shared. My view of life was so cloudy, dark and narrow and secretive. No information got in, none came out. Same with me, another member responded. Except for the tape, I had no qualms about opening my mouth and telling you whose fault everything was and what your problems were too. Before getting clean, we believed that no one else could understand our unique struggles and situations. Our poor coping and communication skills often secured our role as being woefully misunderstood members of our community. We judged others, sometimes internally, sometimes verbally, but always harshly, and we perceived that we too were harshly judged. Opening up our hearts to other members' struggles and being vulnerable about our own helps us heal the wounds we carry with us into the rooms of NA. When we become willing to have an honest dialogue about our ideas and hear our other perspectives, we expand our self-awareness and can benefit more from the wisdom and experience of others. Allowing ourselves to be present creates an environment of mutual understanding and respect. Situations that once meant nothing to me now have deeper meaning. The first member said, "My understanding of something greater than myself continues to evolve. My outlook on life is way more expansive. Yeah, NA has opened my mind in ways I never could imagine," said the other. "And sometimes I even keep my mouth shut. Feeling loved and understood changes us. Today I will shed the blinders, dark glasses, and earplugs. I'll be open. I'll listen. As for the mouth tape, I'll evaluate each situation as to whether or not I need to leave it on or need to leave it right where it is." Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. I think about what it said. Yeah, man, I try to listen in the meetings and to share I share my honest experience with stuff, and everybody's different, and man, sometimes it's really hard for me to sit and not fucking judge people um, and to listen to what people have to say, and that's just being honest, man. Um, there's some people that I struggle with, man. It's like, I don't know what I ever done. I never really did anything to them, because I don't really know them like that. But I feel really judged and ridiculed, and have heard things, and I don't know how it always makes it back to me, but I fucking man, when I see them people, I shut down, man. And I shared in the meeting last night. I was just like, but I always listen for the message, right? I always, I may not like who's sharing, um, but I definitely, I'm there for a reason. And I listen for the message, man, because even somebody with clean time that has stayed clean, right? Because it ain't easy to stay clean. That has stayed clean. I definitely want to hear what they have to say, because they might say something that could save my life that day, or motivate me to do something that could save my life. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I always try to listen, open mindedly, for the message of Narcotics Anonymous, and it's a fact that not everybody likes everybody in here, but I also shared that I'm done trying to go. There's places here that make me uncomfortable, man, and I'm worse off when I feel worse when I leave, and there's plenty of places for me to go, and I'm sick of trying to like fit in with these people, you know what I'm saying, and I'm just always uncomfortable, and it's like weird, and I don't know, man, I don't know what it is, but it drives me crazy, but I keep showing up, man. So the ties that bind us, right there, that was the ties that bind us. As long as the ties that bind us together are stronger than those that will tear us apart. Basic text, page 60, or all will be well, basic text, page 60. Many of us feel that without NA, we should surely have died from our disease. Hence, its extents in our very lifeline. Hence, its extents in our very timeline. However, disunity is an occasional fact of the dang. See, I was just talking about this shit. Disunity is an occasional fact of life in Narcotics Anonymous. We must learn to respond in a constructive way to the destructive influences that sometimes arise in our fellowship. If we decide to be a part of the solution instead of the problem, we are headed in the right direction. Our personal recovery and growth of Narcotics Anonymous is contingent upon maintaining an atmosphere of recovery in our meetings, as well as are we willing to help our group deal constructively with conflict? As group members, do we strive to work out difficulties openly, honestly, and fairly? Do we seek to promote the common welfare of all our members rather than our own agenda? And as trusted servants, do we take into consideration the effect our actions might have on newcomers? Service can bring out both the best and the worst in us, but it is often through service that we begin to get in touch with some with some of our more pressing defects of character. Do we shrink from service commitments rather than face what we might find out about ourselves? If we bear in mind the strength of the ties that bind us together, our recovery from active addiction, all will be well. Just for the day I will strive to be of service to the fellowship. I will be unafraid to discover who I am. Yeah, most definitely. And I know that, man, I worked a sixth step before, a sixth and seventh, and everyone always talks about like the fourth and the fifth, you know what I'm saying? But like that really wasn't shit. Like 6 and 7 was rough, like all these character defects. You got to look at yourself. You got to work on yourself. That shit is rough, man. And that shit's been coming up a lot recently in my life, in meetings and stuff like that. So, sometimes I guess I don't really I've relapsed a lot. I've been to prison, several times. And I feel like a lot of people around here discredit my word. I don't know. I don't know. That's just how I feel sometimes. And then, things that I hear people say, I don't know why. And I've had to tell people, just don't even tell me. Don't even tell me, because I don't want to know, because it fucks my head up. And, but, I just try to, deal with things head on and deal with those people head on and do the best I can, man. I know that I do not want to return to using, man. So I got to stay in a solution. And I do, I do have people that love me and care about me, and they do have my well-being. Not everybody does, and not everybody does no matter where you're at. I don't give a fuck where you're at in life, addict or not. So, yeah, man, today's Tuesday. They said it's supposed to be windy. I hate windy days, but gotta get through it, right? So, don't use, go to a meeting, call your sponsor. I'm talking to you too. But check this pen out. This thing's badass. I love it. But yeah, man, you guys have a good day. I love you guys. Listen for the message. Fuck the messenger.